Hi, welcome to the Hannah's Knit Cottage channel. It is Thanksgiving break. Alright, so I'm off on Thanksgiving break. I know a lot of people are gearing up for Vlogmas, but if you know anything about me, you know I'm a teacher, and so vlogging is not really a possibility for me. But I figured I'd take you along and vlog my Thanksgiving break, and we'll see how many goals I can get done this week. What my goal is this week is to finish a bunch of things that I have started and have yet to finish, like little indie bits. Like I have a sweater that just needs the embroidery on the front. I have socks that just need the ends woven in. I think I have like 3 or 4 pairs of socks that need the ends woven in. So my goal is, if I can finish those things this week, then I will allow myself to start a new full coverage cross stitch on Black Friday, like the beginning of the Christmas season. And the cross stitch is called Born in a Manger. The artwork is by Donna Gelsinger. I got it on Heaven and Earth Designs, and it is this really cute manger scene with all the little baby animals around the manger. It's adorable. So that's my reward to myself. So the goals for this week: I have an embroidery project I need to start as a Christmas present. If I don't finish that this week, I don't count that as a fail. I just need to start it. I have a baby sweater for my friend Emily, which you would have seen me finish earlier this year, that I have yet to embroider the front one. And I finally got the thread. I ended up getting some worsted weight yarn to do the embroidery on the front. Still haven't done it. Do that, do the baby sweater. Then I have several pairs of socks that need the ends woven in. I have the red truck, which just, y'all, I'm so sorry. I have the red truck cross stitch, which just needs the back stitching done on it. And then I have, this one is an optional one. I have Letters to Santa by Fat Quarter Shop, which is a cross stitch pattern. I want to see if I can get some work done on that. That one's not a necessity. And then the last thing I think, I have a mosaic that needs to be in a church Christmas auction that needs its frame cleaned up and ready to go. These are all things that will take me less than a day to do, that I probably could knock out like 3 of them a day easily. I just haven't done them because I get distracted by all the shiny things, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that. And then I have a Christmas sewing project I would like to get done. That one definitely, I would like to gift that on Thanksgiving to a certain person. So yeah, we're just gonna tag along and see how much I get done. Right now, it is Saturday, November 22nd, so it's my first official day of break. And I'm about to head out to Will Market Fibers. We're doing 2 classes today. I have a sock student, and I also have a stocking class, a Christmas stocking class. So, yeah, I'm gonna get started on that. I think I might stop for coffee. We're gonna see, because I've rambled on a bit here. We're gonna see if I have room for coffee, and we'll get rolling. See you in a bit. Bye. I'm back at my house. So went down to Will Market Fibers. I filmed a podcast. By the time you see this vlog, you should have already seen the podcast. So we're going back to the past, which is the future for you. Anyway, so we had a sock class at Will Market Fibers today, and then I made a run to Hobby Lobby and Michael's. I had to pick up some things, and now I'm back home. It is 2:36 in the afternoon. My husband won't be home till about 7, I think. So I've got a couple hours to sit down and knock out some of these to-dos. So I'm gonna go through and show you a couple that I have. So first, this is up first on the agenda. This is the baby sweater for my friend Emily. She had a little girl in like May. This was supposed to be gifted before the baby was born. And all this needs is a little teddy bear face embroidered on the front. That's it. And I got, where is it? I just got this Karen Simply Soft. It's a worsted weight, and this is Broco worsted. So I'll just embroider that on the front, the little teddy bear face. I'm thinking that will take maybe 30 minutes tops, and 30 minutes because I'm being picky. All the ends are woven in. That's it. So item number 1. Item number 2 today is to weave in all the ends for the socks that I have. This is pair number 1. You would have seen these on the podcast. These are the pumpkin spice DK socks. Ends not woven in. Then we have These were the Cuff Club socks. Cuff Club Volume 2 from August. That still have the Progress Keeper on them. They've been done for months and the ends are not woven in. So that's pair number 2. It gets worse. Then you would have seen me finish these this year. These are the April shower socks. Blocked. They have been blocked on sock blockers. You can see ends not woven in. And I think these intimidated me because it's color work. So on the inside, there's a lot of ends going on here. So I'm guessing that's why these have lingered so long. But again, why, Hannah? Why did this linger for 6 months? So that is pair number 3. Then pairs 4 and 5. These are the last 2. These are all of the Cuff Club socks that I did from me and my mom. And again, there's color work at the top, so I think that's what intimidated me about weaving in the ends on these. But still, why did I do this to myself? And I'm pretty sure, I think I just carried all the yarns down once I got down in here. Yeah, I just carried it. Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, I did not. Whoops. Oh, no. This is bad. I'm turning this inside out so you can see. So there's a lot of ends to weave in here. That's going to be rough. So 5 pairs of socks and 1 sweater. If I could get this done, this might take me until my husband gets home, but it means that I would have 4 pairs of socks to wear. And also I can finally take photos of them to put on Ravelry because I know that's been a long lingering thing as well. I could mail off the baby sweater for my friend so her baby, you know, can actually wear it for Christmas. And that would be a huge pile of my whips. While I was out, I also got, let me see here. I got this paint. This is a navy blue. Yeah, I got navy blue. This is just matte paint. And I'm going to use this for my mosaic. And I'll show the mosaic later. But the mosaic, it's white, a white background with a blue cross in the middle. So I'm gonna let this navy blue kind of draw out the blue of the cross. So that will probably be a Monday, Tuesday project, but at least I have the paint to do it. I've got to clean up the frame and then I'm gonna paint because right now the frame is black and gold and it's just not the vibe of what I have. So I'll do that. Yeah. So got the TV on. I've got myself some Pepperidge Farm mint chocolate Milanos. I got those at Walmart last night. And I'm going to sit here, have a snack. I got my caffeine in my Lambert's mug. Home of the Throne rolls. And it's right there because it won't fit on the shelf. I'm going to put it somewhere better in a minute. Anyway, so I think I'm going to sit here and watch some knitting podcasts and get caught up on those because I have a huge backlog of those. And I'll hopefully in an hour or two update you with where I'm at and what my plans are moving forward. Oh, really quick. This will probably come up later. But while I was out, I peeked into the... Can I have it? Here it is. While I was out, I peeked into the cross stitch aisle at Hobby Lobby. And these are real cute, y'all. They're clip-on magnifiers. So they clip on your glasses and they magnify. And the problem I have is the outlets in this house are not really in a place where I can plug in my lamp and look through the magnifying glass. It's just not possible in this setup. Maybe in a future setup it will be. But for the time being, this was like $10. And I was like, you know what? If this would be a good magnifying option for me, it would give me a lot more freedom to just have a light wherever and then use the magnifiers. So we're going to try these out and see how this works. Probably, maybe tonight. If I'm good, maybe I'll go do some cross stitch tonight. We'll see. But yeah, Hobby Lobby. Cool stuff. So, hope you're all doing well. I'll check in with you a couple hours. Bye. Okay, checking back in. It is now 3:35, so it's been like an hour. I've put on a layer because I'm cold in my own house. My husband likes it a lot colder than me. But I'm proud of myself, but also mad at myself right now. It's been an hour. And look what I've gotten done. I got these socks. One of them was already woven in. One of the ends was already done. So I just had to do one sock. That took less than 5 minutes. Done. Just finished these socks. They had a little more ends because of the cuff, but still. It was 20 minutes tops. And that was me taking my time while I'm watching a podcast. And I got the sweater done. I am not for sure about this little face, but the color, see on the camera, it looks a lot better than in person. I was thinking what I might even do is put little dog ears right here or something and turn the bear into a dog. And that might be cuter to do. So I don't know. I sent a picture to my mom. Let me know in the comments what you think. I will probably already have decided before the vlog goes up, but let me know. Anyway, it's been an hour. So now all I have left to do today, I'm going through my massive bag of whips here. All I have left to do today is I have 3 pairs of socks. Now they're all colorwork socks, so I feel like they're gonna take longer, but still, you know, I could easily be done. And then let's say I work for another hour. I still have probably another 2 hours to myself then, and I can reward myself. I might edit the podcast actually. That might be a good plan. Yeah, if you're putting off weaving in ends like me, don't. Take this chance in the vlog. Get your item. We're gonna weave in ends together. So I will check back in a little bit and let you know how I do with all of this. Bye. All right, I'm in the same spot, but I actually haven't been here this whole time. Grant's family went into town, so I went with them to town. And we got back, and I actually, when I said I was gonna go finish those socks, I didn't. I immediately picked up something else, but it's fine because it was something I needed to finish anyway. This was on the list for this week. So I finished the back stitching. So this is Red Truck Dimensions kit I got at Hobby Lobby probably in 2022. And it's been on the agenda to finish for forever. And this also is a bingo square. And possibly a Christmas gift. So I'm really excited to have the back stitching done. Is it perfect? No, don't judge it too much. But it's done. And I can also confirm that I don't ever want to do back stitching again. I don't like it. I know my Jane Austen piece has some back stitching, but I don't think it's as bad as this. This was a lot. And it was hard to read. Like, I really could have used a chart for, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm a newer cross stitcher. I don't know. Anyway, so this will be my last check-in for tonight. We're about to go down and I'll eat dinner together. I think we're gonna have chili. I'm excited. Love some chili. And I think I've done good. I finished on my first day of break. I wove in the ends on 2 sets of socks. I did the embroidery on the baby sweater. I think I'm going to go back and add in like either some dog ears or bear ears so that it's clear of what animal I've stitched on the front of it. And then I did the back stitching on this cross stitch. So I think I've made really good progress today. And really the things I have left are, I have a sewing project I need to work on, the mosaic, finishing the ends on 3 more pairs of socks, and then starting the embroidery. So still some work to do, but if I did this much in one day, you know, I can get some more done tomorrow. I don't know how much I'm going to film tomorrow because tomorrow's church day and I feel kind of weird doing stuff on Sundays. Like I feel like Sundays is like our day of rest and should be. But it's 6:45. I've done pretty good today. Got a couple hours of work in and so yeah, I'm going to relax. I think I'm going to knit on my Christmas sweater maybe. I don't know, whatever I'm feeling like, either my Christmas sweater or my socks. So we'll see. Anyway, I'll probably check back in with you on Monday, but I'll try to get like little clips of Sunday so you can kind of see what I'm working on. Anyway, I'll see you soon. Hi y'all, today is Wednesday, November 26th, so I'm back to check in. Progress has been a little slow. A lot of life has been happening this week, which I will share more hopefully in like a week or two. But I wanted to update you on my progress. Yesterday I ended up not doing a lot of crafting. We had some life things happen, good life things happening. And then when I got back home from that, I got a really bad migraine. And so I ended up just laying down in a dark room and sleeping. You know, sometimes that's just what you need to do. and I took that time and that's what I did, and now I've been crafting a lot today. So I'm going to show you what I've gotten done so far, and you might have seen little pictures here and there, but I wanted to actually show it on camera. So in order of completion here, the first thing I did was I painted the frame on my mosaic. So the frame was actually black before, and I felt like with this being like the royal blue in the middle of it, it just felt too harsh. So I got this navy blue paint at Michael's, and I like this better. So there's a little bit of cleanup I need to do like on the actual mosaic itself, but otherwise I'm calling this complete. So mosaic is checked off the list. Then, sorry, I don't know if I just bumped the camera. That piece is kind of heavy. The second thing I finished, I'm really proud because this is my first FFO of a cross stitch. So not only did I finish the back stitching on the red cross stitch, but I fully finished it. I went to Hobby Lobby on Monday. We went to Hobby Lobby and we picked up some stuff. So this is what she looks like. Isn't it so cute? We got some fabric and sticky board. I just took a piece of sticky board and cut it in 2 pieces, and that's what these are. And then I hot glued the ribbon around, and it's actually a wooden piece from Hobby Lobby, and so it can be stood up like this or it can be hung on the wall. So this, I believe when this podcast goes up, this will already be gifted. So I'm gonna gift this to my mom tomorrow on Thanksgiving as like the first official gift of the Christmas season. There was a sewing project I wanted to get done, and that is not going to be done. I don't think it's going to be done. Life has happened. I was supposed to sew it either Monday or today, and that just hasn't happened. So I'm going to check that one off the list and say I'll work on it and I'll get it done for Christmas, and that person will get it before Christmas. But I was really excited. This one was not one I expected to fully finish. I thought it was going to be another week or 2 before I fully finished it. So, and then the third thing I finished, which was, I don't think even mentioned, I mentioned on the podcast, I don't think I mentioned it in this vlog. So the podcast, actually, I just finished editing the podcast and it's uploading right now. So if you watch the podcast when it goes live, you'll kind of have a timeline. It is currently 5:40 in the evening on Wednesday, November 26th. I had to think about that. The days are starting to run together, which is, it's nice. It's nice to have the days off. Anyway, so today I was really close and I went ahead and just finished my autumn socks. These are Wool Market Fibers Autumn in their fingering base. This light is blowing them out a little bit, but I love them. They're really nice. I think I'm going to wear these because I wanted to wear them Tuesday and Wednesday, which is what you heard me say on the podcast. But today's Wednesday night and the ends aren't woven in yet. So I think I'm actually going to wear these Saturday and Sunday. So the last 2 days of November, I'll wear these, and they'll be the last thing I wear before we break out the Christmas socks. And I don't think I can show it. I'll have to take a picture tomorrow. I already have my pumpkin spice DK socks on. It's just this time of year. Sometimes my feet get really, really cold. So I went ahead and put on those socks today. So I'll wear those. I've just put them on. So I'll take them off tonight and I'll wear those all day tomorrow. So it's the beauty of hand knit socks, right? They're self-cleaning. Anyway, so that's my progress. Oh, one more thing. Let's see if I can grab this without messing anything up. This monstrosity, you would have seen this on the podcast. Oh, that's fun. I have a yarn ball coming out of a sleeve. The wrong sleeve. So I attached my yarn on to put the first sleeve on, and I stuck the white yarn down in the sweater to get out of my way, and apparently it just went straight on out the other side. Anyway, so we have a baby sleeve. There's not a lot of progress on this sleeve yet. I'm on my second decrease. You can see a little bit. I just did the first bobble stripe on that sleeve, and I'm actually almost done. I'm like a little over, I think 2.5 inches into the rib. So I'm getting really close to finishing the rib as well. But I finished that one ball of yarn, so I figured I'd go ahead and put on at least one sleeve. I don't know if I'm going to work on this anymore tonight. It's definitely, I don't know, I wouldn't say difficult. It's just I'm getting tired. It's getting later in the evening. I want something, I think I want a sock to work on is really what's going on. And I don't have any socks on the needles anymore. So looking forward, what I have left to do before Friday, I would like to get a sleeve put on that before Friday. If not, put the sleeve on Friday and at least have one sleeve going into the weekend. And then Saturday and Sunday I can put the other sleeve. And then that means between now and the end of next week, or sorry, between this, like Monday would be the first day. Monday through Thursday, I would have 4 days to finish the last little bit of rib and bind off the sweater. I think that's really achievable. So there is some life things happening next week, which I will hopefully be able to share soon. And I think I'm going to be in the car a little bit, so I can knit in the car on some things, so, and just different things I'm gonna have to be waiting on. So I think I'll have some time to knit in the car. And that rib, even though it takes long, like it's slower for me to knit rib than it is to knit stockinette, I think I'll have time to do the bottom rib as long as I can get these 2 sleeves done. So I need to do that. I'm not gonna work on my Christmas stocking except at Woolmarket Fibers on Saturday because I'm not in a rush to finish that yet. That'll be a December push forward project. So then all I really need to do, I'm gonna go back on the embroidery on that sweater and just put little dog ears, because my mom and I agreed we couldn't tell if it was a dog or a bear. It kind of could go either way. So the goal is to put some dog ears, and then we know that it's a dog, and I can put that in the mail either Friday or early next week, so then she could have it for Christmas. And then I need to weave in the ends on those socks and start the embroidery project. Even if I just put a strand on it, at least it's started. And then maybe I have a feeling I'm going to start it and then I'm not going to want to put it down, and then it's just going to get worked on all day Friday, and that's fine. I've gotten all of my like errands I needed to run this week, pending anything else coming up. I don't think there's anywhere I have to be on Friday. So the goal of Friday is to relax in my pajamas. Like I said on the podcast, I'm relaxing in my pajamas and I'm not going anywhere. And props to everybody shopping deals. Definitely go out and support local businesses. But I'm going to take my Friday and relax because I've been doing some shopping already. So anyway, that's where I'm at. I don't know how much I'm going to get to film tomorrow. So I'll try and get little shots of our Thanksgiving, but obviously that's our time with family. And although I've agreed to be on camera, obviously, my husband doesn't mind as much being on camera. Not everybody in our family has agreed to that, obviously. So we might get little shots of like food here, traveling here or there or something. And if I get to craft any tomorrow, I think I'll have some time. And I'm probably going to work on that sweater. I might see if I can make myself weave in some ends on the socks. I don't think that's going to happen tonight. I just don't see myself being that motivated. Anyway, I hope you're all doing well. I probably won't check in again until Friday. So I hope you're enjoying the podcast. If you're watching the podcast going up right now, hope you enjoy it. I'll see you in a couple days. All right. See you in a bit. Bye.
Because the rest of us don't know how to get home. Scared lion with us, we got a heartless tin man, and we got a brainless scarecrow. How did we wind up in this band of ragtag misfits? Good grief. Dorothy, snap them shoes, let's get out of here. Come on, let's go home.
Friday, November 28th, 2025. As you can see, I'm in my comfy clothes. I'm in a nice comfy chair. I have achieved my goal of staying home today, which has been great. It's 1:46 in the afternoon. I've just been lounging around all day, honestly. And it's been really nice. I've really enjoyed it, but I'm on here to show you I'm starting my Born in a Manger cross stitch. So I've got my tablet here. I'm going to show you what it looks like. This is the mock-up of it. Super, super cute. This piece, it's got on Heaven and Earth Designs. The artwork is by Donna Gelsinger, and it's called Born in a Manger. It has 152,950 stitches. And I almost didn't start this today. And the reason I decided to was that one day I want this to hang up in my house. And my logic is that if I want it to hang up one day, I better get started now. So I'm gonna get started today. I ordered this a really long time ago, and it's just been sitting, and luckily it's been sitting somewhere that there hasn't been a lot of light, like natural sunlight, because it's a 25 count easy grid. I think I got this off of 123 Stitch, like probably, honestly, maybe a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. It's been a while. And when I ordered it, I didn't realize I bought myself some needles too. So I've already got the recommended needle size, and I can have 6 needles that can just be dedicated to this project. I've never used 25, well, that's a lie. I have used 25 count before, and I haven't finished that piece. I started Granita by Fat Quarter Shop. I think it's under the It's So Emma tag. I started that on 25 count, and I definitely struggled, but this has the gridding, which I think is going to help. But I mean, you see it's very, very tiny easy grid. I think right here below me, I have some 14 count easy grid that I'm working on, so I can show you how much of a difference there is. Let's see here. Okay, so this is my lighthouse, and you can see this is 14 count, how the 10 by 10 grid is on 14 count, and this is 25 count. So much denser stitching. And I think what I'm going to try and do is on this 25 count, I think I'm going to try to stitch one strand over one thread. It gives it a little bit lighter of a coverage, but I think I'm going to like it overall just because I'll use less thread as long as I can figure out how to do the loop start with one strand. So anyway, I'm going to start this today. I haven't finished all of my goals, but I know I kind of mentioned it briefly. I haven't been feeling the best, and I think it's just a lot of previous to this week. I was doing a lot of running around, and I think I'm just a little worn down and tired. So we had a great Thanksgiving yesterday. It was really fun. Went and saw both sets of family. So I was like, you know, why penalize myself? I've done good on my sweater. I worked on my Christmas sweater this morning. I'm almost done with the first sleeve, but I'm kind of at a point where I need to try it on, and I just don't feel like going through all the hassle of getting needle stoppers and all this stuff to try it on. I probably will at some point today. I just don't feel like doing it yet. So I'm going to sit here this afternoon. My husband's not going to be home for 5 more hours, basically. So I have, let's say 3 to 4 hours that I can just sit here and binge some podcasts and cross stitch and get some stitches in on Born in a Manger. I'm hoping I'll at least get 100, at least fill in one block. It would be nice to get closer to 1,000. I don't know because I'm a slower stitcher. So we'll see. I'll update you in a little bit on how much I get done today and show you my progress. That's where we're at. So hope you're all doing well. I hope your Black Friday is not too busy, that you're having a good day, and I will check in later. All right, see you then. Final check-in of the vlog. So today is Saturday. I'm kind of counting this like my last day of Thanksgiving break because tomorrow starts the getting back in the routine of everything and getting ready to go back to work on Monday. So I wanted to do a little final wrap-up of where we're at. You would have seen earlier I took the red truck cross stitch and I gifted it to my mom for Christmas, like the first Christmas present. The idea was when we finish Thanksgiving dinner, it's time to start Christmas. So she got the first gift of the Christmas season. So you would have seen I gave her the cross stitch. I did not start the embroidery project, and honestly, I think I'm going to start it later. You'll see in a little bit, but I'm going to be readjusting my stitching spot pretty soon. So I should have a better spot and a better setup to do the lighting and have some magnification, because I'm a little blind, so I need a little bit of magnification with embroidery and stuff. And same with the cross stitch that I started yesterday. I got 99 stitches done, and the reason I didn't do the last stitch in the square was because it was a single, like a different color from everything else. So when I pick that back up, I'll start with that one and continue on to the next square over. So I got a good start on that. Overall, I feel like I did decent on my goals. I don't know if I'll put a picture in here. I may not. You might have to wait and see on the podcast. But I did finish one sleeve of my Christmas sweater. So that was something that was on the list that I got done. I didn't go back and do the embroidery. I might do that tonight. I'm sure you'll see it later when I do my next update. Would help if I showed you the right side. So I got the embroidery done on this. I'll put the last little bit, but I think I could get that easily done in an afternoon. I did go ahead today. You'll see me, I wove in these ends. So these I'm going to take photos of today for Ravelry and have it updated. But I finished my autumn socks and I wove in the ends today. And I went ahead and I wove in the ends on my April shower socks. This took me like 30-45 minutes to do. So these were done. I started on the Christmas socks and I realized like each sock had probably 30 ends to weave in, and there's 4 of them, so that's going to be a slow as we go, and they will be gifted the week of Christmas. So I got that done. 1 second. And the last thing I wanted to show, Monday is December 1st, so you've got to have your Christmas project, right? And I didn't think I was going to do one this year, and I realized I really did want a sock on the needles, and it won't be like our official like we wear on Christmas Day socks, but it will be one to add to my Christmas collection. And this is by Polka Dot Creek. I've had this in my stash for probably a year and a half, maybe even 2 years. This color is called Christmas Tree Farm, and it's got black coffee as the mini. You can see we've got different greens and browns. It's showing up pretty true to color on camera. I'm pretty excited about this. This will make one fingering weight pair of socks for me. It's a 50-gram main skein with a 20-gram mini. So this will be good car knitting throughout the Christmas season. So my goal is to wind up today, and I'll start the cuff tomorrow to at least have it cast on. And then as life happens over the next couple weeks, I don't think I'm going to be able to work on my sweater too much. So this will be a great project that I don't have to think about, and I can just pull out and knit a couple stitches, and wherever, you know, I end up getting stopped for whatever reason, I can just put it up and get back to it when it's time. So I'm excited about this. I think I for sure will have this done for Christmas, and I will update you. So I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. Let me know if you like this format. I'm kind of playing around with the future of the channel as far as what I want to do moving forward. I still would like to do some traditional podcasts, but maybe mix in some vlogs and real life things in there. I will not be doing Vlogmas, but I might do, if you guys really do like this kind of format, I might do some videos where I kind of show behind the scenes. I do have some big life things happening right around the corner, so I would like to kind of document some of those and share a little bit on the internet, not all of it, but at least some of it. And I also be making a video soon about what I made in 2025 and my plans for 2026. So comment below, how was your Thanksgiving? What projects are you working on? Do you have any Christmas cast-ons planned? Are you trying to whip down before the end of the year? That is traditionally what I do, but I don't think that's possible this year. I'm not going to get down to 0 whips. Maybe next year. Anyway, it's been a fun week, and thank you if you watched this far. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit like so other people can see the vlog, and subscribe if you would like. And with that, I'll see you soon. Bye.